Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me for this Truth Talk episode. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at the TikTok influencer Charli D'Amelio and the YouTuber turned rapper DDG. Let's get right into it. TikTok and YouTube are two of the biggest creator platforms in the world. It is reported that TikTok has about 1 billion active users a month, and YouTube has doubled that with another 2.1 billion active users a month. This means that the creators on these platforms are able to grow huge audiences, which then make these TikTokers or YouTubers very influential. On this channel, we have seen time and time again that those that have influence over the masses are usually Masonic puppets being used to manipulate the masses. In this video, you will see that this is no different when it comes to TikTok and YouTube. Just like in the music industry, the biggest TikTokers and the biggest YouTubers are connected to the Masonic order. In this video, we'll be looking at one of the biggest TikTokers on the platform, Charli D'Amelio, and then we will be taking a look at the YouTuber who is able to successfully cross over to the mainstream music industry, DDG. Charli D'Amelio is an 18-year-old TikToker with one of the biggest followings on the platform. Charli has managed to grow her follower count to over 140 million followers, making her one of the most influential teenagers in the world. Charli started on the platform back in 2019 at the young age of 15 when she began posting videos of herself lip-singing to popular songs. Her account will explode in size after posting a duet video of her mimicking someone dancing. Charli is not only one of the biggest TikTokers, but she is one of the fastest growing TikTokers on the platform, as just months after creating her TikTok account, she will grow her account to over 50 million followers. Shortly after her career took off, we saw Charli getting massive brand deals, as she would even strike a deal with Dunkin' Donuts, where they went on to name a drink after her. She would then get picked up by Hollywood, as she was given her own reality show on Hulu about her and her family. Charli managed to become the first person to reach over 100 million TikTok followers in just 1 year of being on the platform. To many people on TikTok, they saw this growth as nothing more than impressive, but some people on TikTok found this growth suspicious and have questioned Charli's unbelievable rise. After doing some research on Charli D'Amelio, what I found is quite interesting, and I believe may explain her unbelievable rise to success. In my opinion, I believe the reason Charli D'Amelio was able to grow her TikTok so fast is because she's an industry plant, just like we see with artists in the music industry, but for TikTok. Charli became one of the biggest TikTokers because her growth was manufactured. Just like in the music industry, I believe the Masonic order is creating influencers, blowing them up to be able to further manipulate the masses. TikTok influencers have become just as influential as artists and actors, maybe even more influential, as a girl like Charli D'Amelio has over 140 million followers. Just like we see with many of the biggest celebrities that reach the level of influence Charli has reached, Charli can be seen showing the one-eye symbolism in many occasions. In this photo here, we see Charli covering her sister Dixie's eye, while Dixie is covering Charli's eye, clearly doing the famous one-eye pose that we have seen so many celebrities do in the past. It's not just in one photo either, as we can see Charli doing the one-eye pose time and time again. She has been showing her Masonic alliance since the very beginning. While I was researching Charli, I found something very interesting when it comes to her family. More often than not, those who are chosen to be industry plants are usually connected to the Masonic order in some way. It appears that Charli's connection to the Masonic order might be through her dad. Mark D'Amelio is the father of Charli D'Amelio, and he isn't just a plain old dad. He is mixed up in politics and high society, previously running for senator of Connecticut. We already know that most of those who work in politics are usually connected to the Masonic Brotherhood. This is what I believe Mark D'Amelio is, a Freemason puppet, and it's the reason his daughter reached the top so quickly. As Charli rose in popularity, so did her father, as he is a part of her reality show and has over 10 million followers on TikTok. I do not think this was a coincidence, as it appears Mark offered up his daughter for his fame. Charli D'Amelio has tons of influence over the youth, and she's molding the minds of millions of young girls, making her a perfect candidate for the Masonic order. There is no way the Masons aren't behind her, as Hollywood has fully backed her. For TikTok stars, it might be harder to identify if they're a part of the Masonic order, as the symbolism isn't as blatant as it is in the music industry. I am not the only person who thinks Charli is a Masonic puppet, as many of her own followers think she's a Masonic puppet as well. Charli was feeling the pressure after many of her own followers started commenting on her posts, saying she sold her soul and joined the Illuminati, after people started noticing her posting pictures doing the one-eye symbolism. Charli would acknowledge and respond to the accusations of her selling her soul, and this is what she said.
Oh my God, there's a crazy rumor going around right now that you sold your soul for fame and fortune. Is that true?
No.
You didn't?
I didn't.
If you were to do that type of thing, what's like the going rate? Like how much would you ask?
I don't know. How much do you think?
I'd say a lot. But no, so it's all just a rumor that people are trying to make up about you?
It is, and I made a joke out of it thinking that they would be like, oh, so it was obviously a joke, but they were like, oh, so she confirmed it. I was like, no.
As you heard for yourself, her response isn't very convincing, especially with the tone she responded in. She even goes as far to state that she was just joking when she took the picture doing the one-eye symbolism. We all know she wasn't joking. We know she paid the ultimate price to make it to the top, and it's the same thing I think DDG did as well. So many of you have requested I do a video on DDG, as you guys have already seen signs that DDG sold his soul and took the oath. DDG is one of the few YouTubers who was able to cross over from YouTube to the mainstream music industry. DDG started making videos back in 2014, where he was seeing success posting vlog-style videos. DDG's channel kept growing at a large scale, growing his influence and making a lot of money. This would all suddenly change in 2017 after the YouTube apocalypse that demonetized several channels and made monetizing on YouTube overall harder. DDG stated that after the adpocalypse, he needed a new way to make money, as he claims he went from making $50K a month to just $8K a month due to YouTube's new ad policies. This led DDG to sign with Epic Records in 2018 and then slowly made his presence known in the music industry. Ever since 2018, DDG has been dropping songs that receive millions of streams and has collaborated with tons of popular artists like Polo G. One of the reasons I decided to talk about DDG in this video is because of what DDG stated in one of his interviews with Say Cheese TV, which I found very interesting.
The only reason I didn't want to start doing music earlier in my life or whatever is because I was scared of the Illuminati. I used to watch like conspiracy videos and I used to be like, oh man, I don't want to do no weird, you know what I mean? That weird sacrifices and all that, you know what I mean? So I was
that
like,
was a big thing. That was a big
thing back there. So I was scared. I never wanted to make music.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, like I said earlier.
As you heard for yourself, DDG states that the reason he originally did not want to start making music and sign a deal was because he was scared of joining the Illuminati. On this channel, we already know when people mention the Illuminati, they're referring to the Masonic Order. DDG made it clear that he was aware of the price of making it in the music industry and was afraid to do so. In this same interview, DDG mentions that the only reason he decided to make music was because he wasn't making enough money on YouTube anymore.
How long have you been, doing your thing in music?
Since 2017. End of 2017. Okay. This is what happened. So I was YouTubing, right? And then what happened was YouTube had like a ad crisis or something. I'm talking about I went from making like 50,000 right in a month to making 8,000. Wait a second, you know what I mean? That got scary. So I was like, okay, the only other thing that I want to do is music other than this. So I was like, I need to just take it serious.
As you heard for yourself, he admits he chose to make music in order to make more money. DDG knew that if he became a Masonic puppet, they would give him the opportunity to make a lot of money, but he knew that this came at the price of his soul. It is no surprise that after DDG signed this record deal, we saw DDG showing his Masonic alliance. In this photo here, just like we saw with Charli D'Amelio, we can see DDG showing his Masonic alliance with the one-eye symbolism. We see even more Masonic imagery in the music video he dropped 3 months ago called Storyteller. This is the video so many of you have requested I look into. The music video begins showing DDG laying on a Masonic checkerboard floor as he does the Masonic hidden hand. We have spoken about the Masonic hidden hand several times in the past, and we've seen so many celebrities doing it. The Masonic checkerboard floor was shown throughout this music video. In another scene, we see them show DDG with flames in his eyes, clearly representing he sold his soul. It is no coincidence that DDG would say that he was afraid of becoming an artist because he didn't want to sell his soul in order to make it. And then 2 years later, we see DDG successful in the music industry and showing his Masonic alliance. In my opinion, it clearly appears he did what he said he was afraid to do. He knew that was the price of admission and still decided to pay it due to his love of money. The Masons saw that DDG was becoming influential and they bought him out like they do to everyone who becomes popular. As you can see in this video, the Masons have their hands in everything popular, including TikTok and YouTube. Charli D'Amelio and DDG are just two of the puppets on these platforms, but I can assure you that there's many more. If you guys would like me to cover more TikTokers and YouTubers that took the oath, let me know below. And if you have anyone in mind you want me to look into, comment their names below. We must remember why they make these people so influential. It's all for the sinister goal of manipulation. Those who run our world know that they need to control the narrative. In order to control the narrative, they have to control those who are creating the narrative. We must be aware of the content we consume, as it's not just about entertainment, but influence. That's why these big TikTokers are called influencers, as the Masons know they have the power to influence the masses. Like I always say, we must remember that every day we wake up, our souls are at stake. And we also must remember to help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I just wanted to give a special shout out to the Truth Movement members. I truly appreciate every single one of you. If you'd like to further support the channel, join the Truth Movement, or you can join me on Patreon, where I drop exclusive videos monthly. The link would be in the description. Another way you can further support the channel is by checking out the Truthfist store and seeing if you find anything you like. Every purchase you make helps with the funding of Truth Records. The link to the Truthfist store is also in the description. Also, please leave a comment on your thoughts on this video and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified of future videos. If you like this video, please leave a like, as it helps other people find these videos. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram and follow me there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.